I've got a question for you. If a group of people for years talked about concerns about election being stolen and they're concerned about election integrity and stuffing ballots and Sharpie Gate and all this kind of stuff, if those same people held their elections by having people throw pieces of paper into a grocery bag or popcorn buckets, what will be the logical response to have? What would be the reasonable logical response to have to these people? Would you continue to take these people seriously? Or is the logical response to assume these people to be frauds and liars and manipulators who don't really care about things like ID, you gotta have voter ID. They're not checking IDs here. They're not concerned at all about security here. These same people believe the 2020 election was stolen, supposedly. They believe election integrity is a big deal, even though their preferred candidate, when he was in power, did nothing about election integrity. In fact, there were people who were pushing him to do something about election integrity, but for some reason he wasn't interested. He had the power to secure the elections, did nothing. People are fighting him, saying, you got to do something. He does nothing. Now he's out of office. Now he's claiming, oh, election integrity, they stole the election, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, the people who love him vote in brown paper bags. All the arguments about ID, you need ID for everything else. Oh, and how do you know who it is? How do you know who wrote what? I could vote 3-4 times. I put 4 pieces of paper in there. They're all saying Trump, right? Why is it when real issues come up, there's silence? Like this is a real threat in terms of integrity, right? There's a lot of opportunity for fraud to happen here. So why is it that they don't care? The logical response is to assume these people to be frauds and not accept anything they have to say as the truth. You know, I saw some left-wingers commenting about the same subject, and I found it interesting that they both did the same thing. They both commented that they don't have a problem with how these people decide to do their elections. I'm not really sure why they made that comment, why they both made that comment. Maybe one is copying from the other, right? The concept of repeaters. People watch mainstream media and then they just repeat it, right? That's what these online independent channels are all about. I do have a problem with the way they're voting because I actually do care about election integrity across the board, whether it's a caucus, like this example, or general election, whether it's a red state, blue state. I actually genuinely care about election integrity. It's not a talking point. It's not something that's been fed to me by influencers that I watch. This is a genuine concern that I have, right? So I'm not going to sit here arguing forever about you need a ID to vote, and then, voting in a paper bag is okay. No. Elections should be secure, whether it's a caucus, primary, general, red state, blue state. This is very, very important, this process. And when you go through the primary process, you are selecting the options that the general public is going to get to choose from. We're all going to be affected, right? If the Democrats lose, whoever it is that gets selected by the Republicans is who's going to run this country. That affects all of us, right? So it's important that the Republican caucus and primary elections are done in a secure way. And if these people were honest, if they had any sort of principles behind them, any character or true values beyond their cult or their tribe, they would have a problem with this kind of voting. Much more so than some online rumors about Sharpie Gate or whatever, some wagon story. This is out in the open. There's no question about it. It's not a rumor. They're literally voting into a paper bag. Out in the open, problems with election integrity, silence from the people who go crazy about markers. Right. This is Baby Channel. Debate me in the comment section below. Click on the like button, subscribe, smash that bell. Be well.